Welcome to another wonderful episode of Careful Boys. We have with us today Miss Kalyne Lionheart.
Oh!
Hey, I just wanted to know, throughout your life, have any of you guys fallen for any scams?
Ooh, I feel like I'd probably follow one for right now, but I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you could be the guy who's like, nah, never. But then you're somehow getting scammed, but you don't know it yet.
Yeah, you're like getting scammed currently.
Oh, true, okay.
You know what I mean?
Here, I'll show you guys a scam I fell for when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, and I was really sad about it. This, in my day, was in every video game magazine in publication, and it was called the Ultimate Gaming Rig.
Oh, sweet.
And all you had to do was solve this very easy crossword puzzle thingy at the bottom, and then you'd send in like $5 to enter, and then you could win all these fucking games and like consoles, TV, all this cool shit. Like, of course, that was something you're gonna want to do.
Yeah.
That's a good scam.
Yeah, in the 90s.
So you solved it, you're probably like, oh my god, I fucking did it.
Yeah, and it's super easy, and you send it in, and then what happens is after a little bit, they send you another one, and they go, hey, you did it, you passed this level, but if you want to win even more games and prizes, send $10 back and do this slightly harder crossword, which was like super easy. And they would just keep perpetuating this over and over and over. And I don't know how much money I sent. It wasn't that much, but as a kid, this was my actual money. So that's pretty much 100% of my allowance was going to this like thing that was never gonna end. And it went for like over a year.
Are you sending like cash in an envelope?
In an envelope, yeah, you
Wow.
do that back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And I'm talking snail mail 1992.
Damn.
And I was extremely sad to fall for a scam like that as a child because, you know, all you do, like when you look through East Bay catalogs and look at shoes back then, or you look at Lego catalogs and you just imagine playing with these toys. And then all day long I would just stare at this ad and just go, oh man, I'm gonna
get this shit.
plug that in, play this game and that game.
When do
And
you
then
wake up and realize it's over, I got fucking scammed, got taken?
My dad would always tell me, he'd be like, you're wasting your money, you're wasting it, it's a scam. And he would always tell me that. And I'd be like, no, it's gonna come like next month. And then, you know, apparently it doesn't. He's like, you're gonna learn the hard way, you know?
That's kind of tight though, because from his ratio about it, it's like maybe to you it's like $100 total. For him, he's like, that's a pretty good lesson right there.
It is, yeah.
$100, you know what I mean? It's not too bad.
It's a good lesson.
For like a
safe
year-long
lesson.
lesson,
I
yeah.
think these guys like have a warehouse and they're cutting these envelopes open, taking the cash out, and like, oh, we're teaching kid lessons. Yeah.
It really is, and I think like now,
Yeah, right.
when I looked it up today, and I'm like, who the fuck won this prize? And I went on YouTube, and there's all these like content creators in the gaming world that know about this, and they'll do like explanations about what this whole thing was.
Or they actually want it?
Nobody ever really won it. Yeah.
I see.
Nobody that they can find or know of or anywhere ever really won this thing, unless it like just went to some like throwaway person, friend of the company, like the Monopoly game pieces.
Like the Monopoly game pieces, bro.
So after you guys have heard my story, has anything like this ever happened to you in your life?
I have a really shitty, stupid version that's really not a scam, but it's about me. So one time I was looking up buying a sword on eBay.
What kind of sword?
Fucking nerd. I thought I was nerdy.
Hey, swords are kind of cool.
Was it a Final Fantasy sword, you fucking nerd?
No, it's from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Which one? You're
Oh,
a nerd.
you want a needle?
No, it was the fucking Sword of Aragorn's, which is the shards of Narsil, but
cool.
like the one that got put back together. Anyways.
I take it back. It's pretty cool. I'm sorry, Anthony.
But I found one, I was like, dude, it's significantly cheaper. But as a kid, you know what I mean? You're just like, you don't really pay attention to the fine print. And then when it came in the mail, it was the size of a letter opener.
Oh no!
Oh, damn.
It was still like $40 though.
Oh.
Instead
Wow.
of like 200 or some shit.
It's the what I bought versus what I got.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they take the fucking photo all close up, so to scale.
But it was cool though.
And it's in the same listing, and it's not in the title that says letter. It's like in parentheses in the description in a smaller part of a
I'm
corner.
sorry, that sucks.
You know
That's
what I
your
mean?
lesson.
It's
Make
my
sure you
lesson.
read the entire
You have to read
description before you
everything.
purchase.
Plus $40 for a goddamn huge sword. I mean, you must have thought you were scamming them, dude.
I'm gonna get 200 of these.
I mean, come on, you know?
I get it, though. I get it. That's fucking.
Do you still have it to this day?
No, this was a long time. This was like when the fucking Lord of the Rings came out. Type
Dude, come on.
Come on.
I was so young, I didn't fucking have letters. You know what I mean?
That's funny. This isn't really the same thing, but I think when I moved to LA, I think I responded to the same Craigslist ad you and Joe responded to for these stupid fucking couches right here. Because I had the same couch.
Those aren't scams though.
Me and
They're
my ex. They really do exist, yes. But they are the worst couches ever. And some guy just shows up with a fucking pickup truck and just unloads it and like there's your couch. And like, you know, you just think because they look good. It's like
They look good in pictures.
They look good in pictures. So they take great pictures of them too. And then when you're actually there and you're sitting on them, you're like, wow, this is uncomfortable. Like I'd rather sit like on a bench in a train.
On a bench in a train.
Like this shit is like really bad. But I definitely felt taken because it was like $600. I think.
They made ours in front of us.
Did they really?
Yeah, they're like, our warehouse is on money. Come go pick it up. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So we show up, and they're like, so you're here for one of those Craigslist couches? We're like, yep. And it was pretty cheap. It was like, I don't know, like maybe like $50 or $100 from one of them.
Yeah, it was cheap.
And then we're like, yeah, we're here for that. He goes, all right, give me 5 minutes. And then you just see him take like this wood frame, get fucking the yellow cushion material, and he just pulls this fucking vinyl thing out. And I'm like, you're just gonna make it right here? He goes, yep, we like freshly make them or whatever. And it's literally
Made to order, yeah, to make sure they're warm when you get them. You
shitty
know?
ass couches, but it was crazy. I'm like, damn, they're just doing these
feel the staples
fast food. Yeah, you see him go.
Fast food couch.
Yeah.
That's sick. I was trying to buy a PS, I think 4 off OfferUp. And I was like $200, and I was like, that was a good deal. I met the dude, bought it from him, and he showed me a video of like, oh yeah, to see it works. And I was like, oh cool, very sweet, this is perfect. I fucking get the PlayStation, I plug it in, doesn't work. And I go, oh, I was like, Nick got. Nick got. And I was like, you fucking idiot, dude. You're supposed to fucking test
Try
it out.
calling his number and it goes straight to voicemail, or it's like.
What up, guys? This episode is brought to you by Audible. I'm a big fan of Audible because I love being efficient with my time. So every single time I'm driving from Vegas back to LA or LA back to Vegas, my go-to thing is pulling up my Audible app. And what's awesome about it is you can even listen to books or podcasts or original shows offline, because you know sometimes when you're traveling you don't always have Wi-Fi. And right now a book that I really love is called Scar and Stripes by Tim Kennedy, my good friend. And he just documents like his whole upbringing, from him being a kid growing up in like the NorCal area all the way to him going to Afghanistan to help rescue people during the entire like Afghanistan fiasco. It's really cool because not only does he share all these experiences and makes you feel very grateful to be an American, but also one of my favorite things about audiobooks is that a lot of times the author is the one that's narrating it or reading it. So you get way more from the book because you get emotion and a lot of the other things rather than just hearing your own voice. And that's the book that I'm reading right now. And if you guys want any type of audio entertainment, go check out Audible, because that's literally what they're all about. Your one-stop shops, because they got Audible originals, they got podcasts, they have books, obviously. And like I was saying, you can check out one new title every single month, so it'll keep you entertained. So let Audible help you discover new ways to laugh, be inspired, or be entertained. Because new members can try for free for 30 days. Just go to audible.com/offtherecord or just text off the record to 500-500. That's audible.com/offtherecord or text off the record to 500-500 to try Audible for free for 30 days. Audible.com/offtherecord.
And I was like trying to find a way, I was like, I could find this motherfucker probably. Because I found that he had other listings, and I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna go
Try buy and meet up with them.
yeah, and meet up with him. But I was like, nothing's good, like nothing good is gonna come from this. You got, just take the L and then move on. And that's what happened to me.
That's
Damn.
really sad.
It hurt my pride though.
Here's a really quick adult one that I had that was really messed up. I bought an iPhone, like a used one, and I met the guy like somewhere around here actually. And it was this Asian dude. He sold me the iPhone. I didn't verify, I didn't know at the time how to verify whether it was stolen or not. I was just like, whatever, I'll activate it. I ended up buying it. I didn't activate it because I decided to just get a brand new one because the new one had come out like before I was able to activate this kind of old one. So I was like, let me just get a new one and then I'll just sell this one. So then I go and sell it. I meet this father and son at T-Mobile. They're like, oh, let's meet at the store so we can like exchange it there. I go and meet it there. They try to activate it and the fucking alarm that it's stolen comes on the computer. And I look like the fucking thief.
And you have tattoos.
Yeah, so
good.
I'm automatically
Not good.
Yakuza.
Yep.
Yeah. So then I look like a fucking asshole. The dad was like, son, we're just gonna go. And like he just like didn't even say nothing to me and they just bounced. And then the store was like, this is a stolen phone, sir. And I was like, well, you can have it. And I just left.
Oh
I
my.
was so embarrassed, dude.
But you didn't know? Fuck.
Yeah, but like, there's no way to prove that I didn't know. Like, I just look like a fucking lowlife, so.
No, you don't, dude. I don't think you do.
Hey, thanks.
I think you look like a lowlife.
I think you have to put a serial number in, like,
And then what?
It'll be registered. I mean, is your phone activated?
That's the alarm.
Because it won't even activate. If it's reported stolen, that number of the phone won't even activate or something. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been scammed.
Yeah.
Gio's still working on it.
What? I think because like ever since I was a kid, I was so mischievous. I think I've always been thinking like a scammer.
How to scam people.
So I think like I've always like, you know, I was the kid that's like you know, like Tyker right now, right? Here's the fucking bounce house. All the kids are in the bounce house. He's the one in the back, like unplugging it and watching it collapse on the kids. So I've always been that.
Yeah.
I've always been the like, oh, what's behind the curtain? So I've always been thinking like that. And then so like, I always kind of just can see things coming, and I'm like, oh, I think this is a scam. So I don't think I've ever really been like scam.
When I had a roommate for a while, and then he was moving out because he got with his girlfriend, and then I was like, okay, I need a roommate. So I was like going on all those places where you place your ads and shit, Craigslist, everything, and then I'm like getting a bunch of people, and there was this one person who was like, hey, this is me. I need a place fast. I'm coming in from like fucking Canada, so I'm gonna I'm gonna wire you the money for the first month, and then I just need you to Western Union me. Yeah, like the change or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they always do that shit.
Yeah. And so then I was like, that's interesting. So I just get this check from her, right? It was like a check, and it was like for 5 G's or something like that. And I was like, okay, so what's the scam then? I'm just gonna put this in my fucking bank, and then once it clears, then I would Western Union money. But the scam is you put that in your bank, and then they need the Western Union ASAP, like now. Oh yeah, I don't know, it's good. Like just do it quickly. And I was like, no, not gonna do that. So I ended up going to my bank like probably 45 minutes after I put it in. I was like, hey, I think that's a bad check. And then they put a stop to it. And then I was like, I like Googled a bunch of dick pics and sent them to the chick, and basically like, fuck you. Like, you didn't fuck me, I fucked you.
I need Steve as my advisor. I need you to help me in your fucking revenge.
Vengeance connoisseur.
Oh, yeah, dude,
You're so good at the vengeance
I
side.
love getting revenge.
Googled a bunch of dicks and I sent it over.
I loved it.
I think the scariest time that I thought I was gonna get scammed, but it was like it didn't seem like it was gonna be a scam, was like in 2003, 2004-ish. I was trying to sell my truck out of Tacoma at the time, and I only had one buyer, and this buyer was gonna pay like $1,500 more than what I wanted to sell it for. So I was like, fuck, like that already seems kind of fishy. I'm like, this is my listing price, like you don't need to pay anything else, but I also don't have any other bites. So I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, all right, so I'll just try to continue it because like I really want it to work out, And he goes, oh, I'm actually gonna come from Arizona, so is it cool if we meet in like fucking Barstow or some shit like that? And then I was like, oh fuck, this is like getting fishier and fishier. This was gonna jack my ass. And then so I was like, so as I'm like going in, if I'm willing to entertain the scam, I also have to like cover my tracks. So I was like, all right, I'll meet you in I think Barstow, where the fuck he wants to meet. So I called one of the other homies at the time, and I'm like, hey, can you like tail me in your car? And he's the kind of guy that like police like to put in jail. Like he's one of those type of guys. And so he has an automatic Glock that I was like, if anything happens, like
start dumping.
Do the stuff that you usually do. And then so we drive.
Joe's like, okay.
So we drive to Barstow in my Tacoma. We meet at the place that we're gonna meet, and it was outside of this credit union that he actually banked at. And then he comes out of his car with his daughter, and I think he's probably using that as like an olive branch type of thing. So when I saw the daughter and like he was just like a really nice dude, I turned back to like 2 blocks down. I was like,
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing over there? He's like, nothing.
There's a laser light on the daughter's forehead.
Did you radio your sniper?
Yeah, and then we started having a conversation.
Joe's like, too late, bitch. I'm already set up.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, we started having a conversation, and then I was asking him about like why offer like the 1,500 extra, like. I was like, you know, like I was kind of scared in this like whole situation. He goes, yeah, that's what I brought my daughter. I just want to let everyone know everything's cool because we are meeting in the middle of nowhere. And then, and I was like, yeah, why'd you offer 1,500? And he was like, oh, it's just the truck that you had was fixed up the exact way I wanted it. It had like the lift kit. It was the
He just really didn't want to let it go to
He goes, I don't want anyone else to outbid. So I just threw it. And I was like, oh my god.
So you should have said that.
should have said that.
Dream fucking thing to happen.
Yeah, I was like, you should have said that because there's people around here that'll do crazy shit.
So it's just another Bart success story, huh?
Yeah, wow.
Just another one, dude.
Bart Kwan, everybody.
Swishing it.
Good one, sir.
Bart's like, one time I think I got scammed because I found $1,000 on the ground, but then it was actually a $1,000 check and it went right in my account.